Greetings, everybody. Tonight we are going to do the final installment of the balls needing to be reviewed before they come out on October 29th. Today is October 27th. They come out on Friday. Today is Wednesday. So things are moving quick. Things are about to be released. There's really, really good rocks, again, about to be released. So tonight we are going to review the Electrify Solid. Again, the last one of the 4 balls that will be released on the 29th. Also, I think, again, with one that is going to be fairly underrated. I think this one is going to be a fairly good ball and one that you definitely should not sleep on. So we're going to compare Electrify Solid up to the original IQ Tour. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Obviously, before we do, though, we got to give everybody a shout out. I am currently at, I think it's like 332 subscribers. So again, my ultimate goal is 1,000. So if you guys could do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. It would really do me a favor. I'd really, really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to me thus far. It certainly means a lot to me. I had a conversation with one of my buddies today, actually, and he said, how crazy is it that you're at 300 subscribers? I never would have guessed it. And I said, neither would I. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm blessed to be able to do it. So thank you guys for subscribing. And again, if you're not subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell too, so you know there's a couple more releases coming down the road. So you guys will be able to see me throw the balls, tell you what I think about them, and you can decide whether you want to buy them or not. Also, Storm, obviously got to get out to give a shout out to them. Like I said, they do have a couple more releases that are coming down the road. So they're going to be great, as like all the other Storm Rotogrip 900 Global balls that come out. They're always great. So again, hit the subscribe button. Check out Storm's website. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you just want to talk about some of the new releases that are coming out, head on over to your local Storm VIP Pro Shop. And I'm sure they'll be able to answer any and all questions that you have about the upcoming releases. The last one is obviously I Am Bowling. They have fantastic apparel. They have all the Storm Rotogrip 900 Global apparel, and they're actually fairly inexpensive or fairly. They're a good price. You're getting a good quality shirt for the price that you're paying. So head on over to Logo Infusion and IamBowling.com. You can use my promo code down here. It's FireOut07. Save yourself 20% on your entire order by using that promo code at checkout. So again, I want to thank you all for all the support. Now let's dive into this Electrify Solid. You guys stay tuned. And then you're just going to let go. So what you want to do is you want to make your fast fire down here. That's the bowling ball. I'm going to draw that line. Fair drill that I do it for myself and I do it for the high school kids that I coach. Alright guys, here's the layout on that Electrify Solid. It's a 50 by 4.5 by 40. Not trying to do anything too special here with the layout, just looking for something that I can kind of get a decent read on the ball with. And here we go. First shot with the Electrify Solid. This one I pulled a little bit, kind of sat in the oil a little bit. One thing I was a little surprised on is I had a 4.5 inch pin to PAP length. And the ball actually still doesn't flare that much, really at all. I think the IQ Tour is a, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 5 inch pin to PAP. It could be 4.5 yet, but the IQ definitely flares a little bit more than this Electrify Solid, which is why I think you see a little bit more of like a back-end reaction, kind of floats through the lane a little bit, floats through the mid lane, and that's just because the ball doesn't flare as much. It retains a little bit of energy down lane. Hopefully you guys are able to kind of catch that. IQ Tour just kind of revs up a little early. So now we're inside, and I definitely had to slow down a little bit to try and get the ball to turn the corner of this Electrify.
You know, but we're still throwing some good shots. Like I said, the Electrify really does seem to kind of float through the mid part of the lane very, very well and just retain energy. There you could really see it really just turn the corner on the back end. So this IQ just kind of, it's not blah on the back end. Like I said, it just has a little bit more mid lane roll. Here, when I moved right, I had to speed up just a hair, but because this Electrify floats so well through the middle, I really didn't have to do too much. There you can see I sped up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, that's one thing this Electrify does well, is just kind of float through the mid part of the lane. Here, I don't know what happened with the IQ. I don't know if I got a little too quick with it or whatever. I'm not quite sure why I left that 2-pin. Here I untucked my pinky and really tried to throw the ball a little harder, just to try and keep the ball on the right side of the head pin. But the Electrify does really, really well, especially when you're playing outside like that. So the Electrify Solid, definitely not a ball to sleep on here.
Alrighty, guys, let's talk about this Storm Electrify Solid. Honestly, I thought the two balls, so the IQ Tour and the Electrify Solid, are very, very similar. They obviously have their differences. I think you guys could, there's two things I think you guys could notice was, and they kind of go hand in hand, where the Electrify was a little cleaner through the mid part of the lane, and it was a little sharper on the back end. The IQ Tour, a little earlier on the mid lane, a little stronger in the mid lane, which equates to it being a little smoother down lane. Now, those are very, very sort of minimal differences, but they are different. But again, I think both of them are great. I think this is a little bit, in my personal opinion, I think I would probably choose to take the Electrify Solid over the IQ Tour. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of keyboard warriors that might disagree with me on that. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm not saying that the IQ Tour isn't great. I mean, that ball's been out for, oh gosh, I should know this since I'm on staff with Storm, but I don't. But I know it's at least over, I want to say it's 7 years that the IQ Tour has been out, maybe even 10. I don't know, probably somewhere between 7 and 10 years that IQ Tour has been out. So that ball is brilliant. It still holds up to the test of time. This is actually my third IQ Tour that I have right now. So I'm not saying the IQ Tour is a bad ball. I honestly think this Electrify Solid is going to be a little bit better when you're trying to play sort of a lower volume pattern or kind of a shorter pattern. You know, because for me, on shorter patterns, I just need a little sharpness down lane. You know, so I think both balls are brilliant. Like I said, I like the Electrify Solid on, you know, sort of a shorter pattern or a lower volume pattern. It's a very, very controllable ball. Obviously, I do want to talk to you guys. I did change the surface on this. This ball does not come sanded. It comes at a polish, which for me was a little surprising. Sorry, I'm going to put this ball down. To me, it was a little surprising. I was expecting to see a little bit more of a matte finish on that. It didn't. It came out of box at pearl, or I shouldn't say at pearl, but it came with a polish on it. And obviously, I'm sure they had their reasoning for doing that. It just didn't match up for me. So I probably threw a game with it when I bowled in a traveling league on last year's Open Championship team pattern. And I really liked the ball. It gave me a lot of control. You know, and when we got about to frame 5 of the first game, I had to get out of that ball because it was just a little lazy down lane. I was starting to leave some corner pins, so I had to switch out of it. But as of right now, I honestly think that this Electrify Solid is going to be a ball I take with me to Nationals just because of that controllability factor it gives me. So I would say yes, if you're looking for a ball that's going to be controllable, you know, that you're looking to kind of stay out of trouble with, you know, it's not a ball that you're probably going to get into trouble with. It's something that you probably won't leave a lot of big splits, big nasty splits, but it's also a ball, you know, where you might leave a fair, I shouldn't say a fair amount of corner pins, but you might leave some corner pins here and there. But that's okay, because if you're looking for some controllability, you're looking to maybe sacrifice a little bit of pin carry to stay in the pocket. So yeah, I like the Electrify Solid. Honestly, it's almost the IQ Tour and the new hype balls. It's kind of those two put together. And obviously, I very much like both of those balls, so I think that's a fair comparison. And yeah, I like the Electrify Solid. I certainly think, like I said, if you're looking to have a controllable ball, this is certainly one to do that with. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I ended up putting I think I ended up sanding it at 3,000. It still had a little bit of that shiny cover to it, so I ended up kind of sanding it at 2,000, and now I really like this. You know, before I touched the surface, it was really super clean through the front part of the lane, and it just didn't have enough pickup on the back end. So now that I kind of hit this with some surface, it does have some pickup on the back end part of the lane. So I am a big fan of this ball. I think this is, again, another one of those sleepers from the 29th, October 29th release. I think it's certainly one, like I keep saying, if you're looking for control, this is going to be the ball for you. And yeah, I guess that's a review. Kind of a shorter review, but you know, this ball is fairly easy to summarize, and that's controllability, and that's what I think is the hallmark of this ball. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, head on over to storm.com. You can check out, on Storm's website, you can check out Storm, you can check out Rotogrip, you can check out 900 Global. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. The road to 1,000 is on, so again, please feel free to subscribe. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future up until the new releases. I think the new releases won't be out until the end of November. So I'd anticipate probably middle of November I'll get those in, and we can kind of do that. I kind of have some ideas as far as maybe what to do, you know, until those new balls release. But it is also hunting season, so you know, I might sit in the woods a fair amount as well. So you guys might get some videos from me, you might not. But if you guys want some videos, comment down below. Comment down below what kind of ideas you want. I can do some training videos. I can do some surface adjustment videos. I can take you, you know, kind of on a little pro shop tour. I can show you guys how I do end up putting holes in balls. So comment down below what you guys want to see from me. But until that next video, I don't know when it's going to be, but until that next video, I hope you guys stay safe, have a good Halloween, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.